is the Living Tombstone, and as you can see, I'm working on lots of music right now, and I'm doing lots of shit that is really, really important for people, like like this, and it's so much fun. And what am I doing with my life? So yeah, I haven't been doing vlogs and announcement videos in a while, haven't I? Because I assumed that people didn't really care about any of those things, because it's just me rambling about things. I thought it was actually because maybe people aren't that interested anymore in those kind of things, especially since they need to keep up with my really foreign accent that doesn't make any sense, and that not that many people are into vlog videos anyway nowadays. When was the last time that you really paid attention to like a vlog video of someone that wasn't necessarily a let's play of someone playing a video game or something like that? Because not everything that I say is really important. I thought maybe this is just the one time that I should do that, because I got actually pretty big announcements to make. So the first announcement that I want to make is that I will stop with the whole weekly video thing. The first reason is that I kind of limits my productivity and my creativity with what I can do so much with each week that I'm uploading a new video. Like what I used to do is that I kind of like made 6 songs prior before I'm gonna upload like 6 songs each week, which is kind of like putting a queue of songs that you can upload, and I don't need to worry about uploading the songs for the week afterwards, because I already have like 6 songs planned already, which is really, really nice and convenient, and it's also pretty smart. But it's still kind of like I need to face the problem of thinking what I need to do each week, and I think that kind of limits my productivity and my creativity with what I could do, and that doesn't really give me as much room to try new things, and it does get boring after a while, and I don't want to feel like I'm burning out myself all this time. And I think the second reason, and it's coming from my point of view, is that when I see someone else post like a new video each week, I don't necessarily get interested in each video that he makes every week, especially since he's uploading so many of them. So it's like, I'd rather wait for something really good to come out of them, and even though I might not notice that he uploaded a new video in a while, it might be really cool to see something really good that he made, instead of just watching that he made really shitty 5 songs and then the 6th one is really, really good, because that was the one that he spent the most time on. And actually, the third reason is actually the reason for why I'm making the second announcement, which is I'm going to explain right now, is that I'm actually working on 2 albums-ish. I mean, there's 2 albums that I'm going to be releasing this year. Actually, it's one EP with like a soundtrack for a flash game called My Friend Pedro by That Host Entertainment. And I'm going to be releasing the EP about the same time that he's releasing the game under Adult Swim Games. So it's going to be pretty excited for that. Because it's not going to be just 5 tracks for the game, because if you actually play the game and you listen to the tracks, you're going to notice that it's going to be each track is going to be basically a loop. And that's because that when you make music for a game that's so small, you need to make sure that it doesn't take as much space as the other assets in the game. So basically I'm gonna be extending those 5 tracks and making them much longer, and with more variation as well. So that way it's not gonna be the same the same loops on those tracks, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. The EP is definitely gonna be released on Bandcamp, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and all the rest of the jiggy. The second album that I'm actually really excited about is that I'm working on a completely original album that has nothing to do with any fandom or anything. I'm just gonna it's gonna be me basically making lots of tracks in Hebrew. Actually, it's gonna be basically just good old music, and it's gonna be just me just having fun with it. And despite it, the album being in Hebrew, I'm not necessarily gonna be directing that album towards Israelis. The album is going to have my usual style as it is. It's just gonna be about me singing it in Hebrew instead. Because I noticed that whenever I sing in Hebrew, I also have much more control over my singing, because I actually speak the language much better than I do speak English. So it's gonna be a very interesting experiment, and this album is gonna be just me doing nonsense, really. The release for the album, I'm aiming towards August this year. I'm not sure when, but one thing for sure is that I'm gonna be releasing my first single from the album next month. I'm gonna be even filming a music video in Japan next week, which I'm really, really excited about, but I'll talk about it very, very soon. The album and the single, both of them are gonna be also released on iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp, and there's gonna be also a special edition version that I might actually print copies, physical copies, of the album, so people can actually buy those. Hold on, let me check my phone for this third announcement. Just give me a second. So the third announcement, I'm gonna be basically list all the conventions and all the places I'll be going to this year. The first one is not necessarily going to be a convention, but actually a very interesting meetup that I'll be holding in Tokyo, Japan, on the 21st of April. It's gonna be like, I'm not sure how big it is, but it's gonna be a meetup of like bronies on the Akihabara district, and it's gonna be pretty interesting since, first of all, I never been to Japan before, and second, I never really spoke to any like bronies from Japan, except for like a few that live there, but most of them are people that were in the US, but then they moved to Japan. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see people who were born in Japan and, you know, are very much into otaku culture and also interested about brony culture as well. So, and I'll definitely post videos about that in the future if you guys are interested to see that. I'm going to MLP-MSP, which is the brony convention in Minnesota, Minneapolis, or Minnesota. I don't know which one goes first, I'm sorry. And that's gonna be on the 5th of June. No, the 6th of June, sorry. It's gonna be like for 3 days. It's gonna be pretty exciting. Gonna be there a lot of really cool friends, Mike the Microphone, Fanning. I think Eurobeat Brony is also going to be there. The crew of Everfree Network as well, and a lot of really cool people are gonna be there. And I'm really excited for that one since, you know, I am really good friends with a lot of people who are managing this convention, and I have really high hopes for it. I'm also going to be going to Everfree Northwest in Seattle, which is gonna be on the 4th of July until the 6th, I think it was. And this is also a pretty exciting convention because I've been there last year, and this one was one of the best things that I have done last year, and it was so much fun. A lot of really awesome guests, some really cool people that I'm gonna see there. I'm not sure who's gonna be there because they haven't announced much about it, but we'll see. The other convention I'll be going to is actually Fiesta Equestria in Austin, Texas. I think it's Austin, Texas. Then I'm gonna be there from somewhere in July. I kind of forgot the date. It's not written there. Damn it. And I'm also gonna be in San Antonio. I'm gonna be cameoing in San Japan. That's also gonna be around the July time. I think it's like the 20th or 19th. And that one's gonna be exciting because it's the first non-brony convention that I'm going to. And after that, I'm actually coming back home, and that's it. I'm, you know, back in Israel. So basically, if you guys enjoyed this kind of an update video, and if you guys enjoy me talking, rambling about things that might be important to you guys, so in the comments below, just basically share your thoughts about this. And if you'll enjoy it, then I might do more, like bi-weekly, like every 2 weeks I'll be uploading a vlog video where I speak my thoughts about things. And if you didn't like it, then well, that's not that much of an issue for me, because it means that I have more time for making music, and that's good for everybody, I guess. So yeah, see you guys. I'm gonna eat because I'm really hungry, so see you soon. So I noticed there's a few things that I forgot to talk about while editing the video. Is that there's 2 conventions that I forgot to mention. First being that I'm going to Galacon in Germany, which is in, I think, hold on, let me check. Galacon is going to be on the 2nd of August until the 3rd of August. And I'm also going to be in BACON in the United Kingdom, Manchester. The date is 23rd of August until the 24th. It's going to be 2 days. And for those who noticed, I'm not going to BronyCon this year. And the reasoning for that is that, well, it's more like I didn't necessarily feel like BronyCon was that much of a good convention, despite it being the biggest one from all the brony conventions out there. And just me personally, there's no like grudge against it, and I'm not saying you guys shouldn't go there, but I'm just saying you're not gonna expect me being there because, you know, I don't feel like going there again this year. However, if this year is gonna be good, and I'll be feeling really bad about this, so I might actually go next year. Who knows? So yeah, we'll see about that. So yeah.